Hopefully this shit don't fall. What up, y'all? What's poppin'? At work, hit y'all with another blog. I haven't talked in battle rap in a little while with y'all. So URL has posted the first off, get your shirt, Surviving DME. Link in the description. URL posted a lineup for their new app only card that's about to come out. It's a 2-day card. It says January 25th and 26th. There's no pay-per-view. There's no tickets. For the app people, supposedly they're saying that they are picking random people who they will invite. So it's not clear. I would assume you get an invite and you're going to have to pay to fucking be there. Maybe they're going to do something nice and whoever gets invited, just gets to show up. From what I'm hearing, this event is supposed to be happening in New York. By the way, if you don't know, I'm at work, so if you hear all the craziness in the background, that's what that is. It's not your background. Before we get into this card and the lineups, which I like the card, by the way, I like it. But let's talk about a battle that happened on the Alpha League. A battle between Vicious Inc. and Oswald. It's a 3-round battle. It's a short battle, so if you're looking to watch something during your lunch break or something on your travels home, that's not going to be a long battle. This is about an 18 to 19 minute battle, including the intros, and it is a 3-round battle. I want to salute the crowd, and that's because a lot of the small league battles that I've watched, a lot of times I end up turning them off. In recent times, I've only watched a handful, and normally you guys know, if you've been watching this channel for a long time, then you know I watch a lot of small league battles, and I bring you a lot of recaps from small league battles. But a lot of times, and especially in recent times, the damn crowd just ruins it for me. But this was not one of those situations. Oswald goes first. Long story short, I'm not gonna go break everything down like I would for everything else, but I'll just say this. The first was very good from Oswald. One thing about Oswald I have to say throughout this battle is he had a lot of dope ass moments. He had a very good 3rd round as well, but throughout the battle he had very good moments. I would suggest to Oswald that he, and let me just give y'all my critique of the battle. First round, like I said, I think Oswald went and did his thing. Dope moments. Vicious Inc. goes in the first round. Vicious Inc., let me tell you something, and even when you guys are watching this, he's somewhat captivating, and I felt like he had the crowd in the palm of his hands. Pause. In that first round, the problem was, I understand what he was alluding to. Apparently this battle, and you'll hear them mention it throughout the battle, this battle was supposed to happen before, and I guess it got rescheduled for whatever reason. It's still not clear why it was rescheduled. It seems, if I'm going off what Vicious Inc. said, there were some personal situations that happened with family and it just couldn't happen. But I felt like he was taking way too long. He was building anticipation in the building, and it seemed, I've never seen this battle before, so if I'm only going off what I saw in these 3 rounds, it seemed like that's a regular occurring thing for him. Building some sort of anticipation from the crowd, and I think that's dope. He has a voice and stuff that kind of reminds me of almost a mixture of, and I mean this in a good way, so people please cut the guy. This ain't about that, but his style kind of reminds me of a mix of almost like a Briz Rothstein and a Tech 9. So yeah, like Tech and Briz both have this thing, but more Tech than anything. He had this anticipation factor, like you always just waiting, and he had like these little pauses. I felt like there was just too much of it in this first round. Like sometimes he just took way too long to deliver any words at all, and to me it really hurt him in this first round. I think Oswald took the first. Second round goes, Oswald does his thing again. He has spots, and then Vicious Inc. goes, and I felt like he elevated from his first round. A little bit of stumbles, nothing major, but I think Vicious Inc. took that second round. Now the thing with Oswald too was some of the ways that he ended his rounds I felt was a little awkward as well. 3rd round goes, and I just think that Oswald had a really good third round, but I think Vicious Inc. just took it to another level. And in the second and third round, just felt like his he was just hitting harder, you know, especially in that third round. Pause. I feel like he really was hitting way harder. I personally gave the battle 2-1 to Vicious Inc. I watched the battle possibly 3.5 times, because I was just in the middle, a little more than 3.5. I was just in the middle of the third round when I decided I've seen enough to be able to tell you guys what I think. Now, if I see some people, first of something happened funny in the third round, and that was Oswald. He delivered a line and then looked at Happy Yellow Chick and said, I finished my plate, ma. And somebody in the crowd came out and said, it's taxis. Whatever, you gotta see it for you to understand and get a feel for what happened there. But you know, he had a good third round, but then even there, he ended that third round awkwardly. And I felt like that third round, I don't even think it's a debate. I think that Inc's third round was very impactful bars. So if I'm sitting there giving advice to either one of these dudes, what I would just say to Oswald is, your body language, pause, but it says a lot. And there's times that you're like kind of like hunched over and just saying stuff, and then the way you're ending your round doesn't help. But you had some stuff, you had some good moments in every round. Second round, you seemed a little bit more confident and stuff like that. And by the third round, you could definitely see a difference. But the thing is, I feel like you got to sell your bars a little bit more, and you have to figure out where in moments are you going to project and when you're not, to make sure that that punch lands a little bit more, or so that people get it. So to me, it's a delivery thing and possibly a performance thing. But again, I thought you had some dope moments, and I've never seen another one. I've never seen battles yours before that. So, you know, I'm just going off what I'm seeing here. Vicious Inc. What I would say to you is, your battle should be a lot more like your third round and less like your first round. Because again, the thing with your first round was, while you built that anticipation, someone like me is sitting here listening and watching it. A casual fan might be saying, yo, my man, you're taking too long to say one word. People are not going to want to sit there and go through that. Now, the people in the building also are more receptive to it, because apparently they're accustomed to you. Either they know you real well, or they see you battle. I don't know. But people aren't just going to sit around and just wait for you to decide to say a word. So them long, like, gaps in between, you got to stop that. Especially when you sit here and watch your second round, and then you watch your third. Your third is where I think you want to be for all your battles. The bars, the pacing. The pacing, to me, was a great improvement from what we saw prior. And it's like there was some anticipation there, but not too much. And then it was some rapid punches, and then a little anticipation. So, you know, I personally like that. You know, I'm hoping to see more from both you guys. Vicious Inc. I'm definitely, I think that there's potential for you to be someone for people to watch for. You know what I'm saying? Just my opinion. If you want to see that battle, the link is in the description right now. You can check it out. Now, let's get into this card. URL card. Like I said, this is an app-only event. It's supposed to happen January 25th and 26th. It's a total, from what I'm counting, 11 battles. It's going to be split between 2 days. And again, no pay-per-view, no nothing. They're going to invite people who have the app. It's supposed to go randomly. I don't know if it's just going to be free or if you're going to have to pay to get in. I also don't know when they're going to drop these. I don't have the app. You guys already know that. I don't have the damn app. For good reason. Whatever. So I don't know when they're going to drop it. From what I always see on social media, whenever they have an app only event, they don't ever drop the whole event. They drop battles here and there. So take it up with them. Don't be mad at me. Alright, let's just run down from the bottom of the list. NJT versus Chilla Jones. I'm going Chilla Jones. I think Chilla Jones is incredible, and we know what we're getting from him. And I'll leave that at that. Clips versus JC. This is a rematch. If you don't know, their first battle happened. It was unfortunately, it was a one-rounder. on Black Ice Cartel. Salute to them. It was a fire 1-rounder. Definitely debatable. Every time I watch, I feel like one other person got it here and there. Most of the time, I feel like JC got it. But it's a very close battle. It can definitely go either way. Plus, it's your opinion. It's your opinion. In this right here, 3 rounds, I have to be honest. If I'm going off what I've seen in recent times, so on and so forth, I'm going JC. I say JC 2-1, possibly gentleman's 30. If you don't know what that means edging every round. It doesn't mean he got body bag, but I think JC can pull that off. But let's say 2-1. But you know, T-Top versus Bill Collector. I think this could be a very entertaining battle, especially because Bill Collector don't mind talking about his incidents. Because he had an incident with Hitman. He's had back and forth with Rosenberg. He's had back and forth. I forgot who else. And then the recent video of him getting into a fight outside an event. T-Top, always takes angles on everybody. But then you have the whole thing that happened with him for Summer Impact Reloaded. So, that's interesting how this battle is going to turn out. But we all know the entertainment factor from the both of them will be there. But I'm going T-Top. I'm going to say T-Top 2-1. That's another battle that could be a gentleman's 30 in favor of T-Top. But, again, I think it'll be crazy entertaining and worth the money. Rum Nitty versus Big T. Stop disrespecting Big T. A lot of people just be disrespecting and acting like he don't deserve our respect. You don't have to sit here and say, yo, you're a fan of his, or feel like you are crazy excited to see his battle. All right, you're not, that's fine. But don't act like Big T hasn't been that dude on plenty of occasions. Again, I can't say, and I've said it to him on social media. We've had our conversations for everybody to see. And there's times I tell him how I feel, and I didn't like the Ill Will battle, so on and so forth. I gave him his credit for the Oops battle. I gave him credit for every battle. He had a crazy battle with JC. You guys should go check that out. But in this situation, Rum Nitty is arguably top 3 right now in battle rap. In my opinion, he's top 3. Some people say he's top 5. I'm talking about right now in battle. I'm not talking about, your overall, top, whatever. He might be in that too. But I'm saying right now, in terms of the active battle rappers, I would have to say Rum Nitty's top 3 in my opinion. He's incredible. Now, we had moments of his in the last, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 battles where he had some stumbling issue. Yeah, that battle with Sharon shouldn't have went down the way it did. It was still a very good battle, but I felt like Sharon edged the battle. But some of it was due to also Rum kind of like stumbling, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, this is still Rum Nitty, and it's not like he's bullshitting. You never see him bullshitting. I think Big T has a heavy fight in his hands. I think Big T is going to show up, especially if this is a battle he won and what I mean by that is when you have a point to prove and you're going against one of the best and you ask for one of the best, then you have no other choice but to show up with your A1 game. And so I think it'll be a good battle, better than what people think, but I'm still going to go 2-1 Rum Nitty. O-Red versus Chess. Chess has had an incredible year. What a hell of a comeback. You have to applaud that guy. Definitely a phenomenal 2019. Some big battles for him. And this is just continuing that trend. This is a big battle. O-Red versus Chess can definitely be a very good battle. But let me tell you something. O-Red doesn't play with anybody. Again, excuse the background. I am at work. I'm on my lunch break. They're crying, wilding out in the background. Please, excuse that. Those are not my kids. Relax. But I think O-Red is just an elite level guy. And I think Chess is definitely a very good dude. But O-Red is just a different animal, man. What do you do? But I anticipate a very good battle between the two. But I'm going to go O-Red 2-1. Next on the list, Danny Myers versus Mike P. I like this battle. Excuse me. I like this battle. I like the matchup. The problem with this matchup, and I believe this is just going to be public opinion, I like the styles. I think for me, this is a battle that'll be entertaining. The problem is people are gonna look at Danny like, Danny, here we go again. You get some big battles, and then it's almost like, I respect Danny Myers, and you guys can check my channel. I have interviews with him, and I understand his mind frame. Danny Myers wants to battle. He wants to be the best. But the perception is always like every time you take a step forward, you take 2 steps back with the direction you go. You just take any battle and you go into battle. And I understand that because he has the warrior mentality. He's just looking to show he's the best. But at the same time, you had these big battles in 2019, man. And this is what we want to continue to see you do. I mean, think about his resume, man. It's been phenomenal. So you kind of hurt yourself with taking some of these other battles in between these big battles for 2019 towards the end, because I thought he could have been battle rapper of the year. And I just hope that, again, I like this match with Mike P, but the consensus is going to be like, yo, you get these big battles and then you do this. Like, how does it make sense? But for me, I think Mike P is very good. And again, the style, I just think this is going to be ball heavy battle. I'm gonna be real with you. I think this is gonna end up being a debatable battle. I'm gonna go edge Mike. To Danny Myers. But again, Mike P is no slouch. He is very good, and I think this is gonna be a debatable battle. Arsenal versus Drugs. Yes, this was rescheduled. The battle was supposed to happen a few months ago. Then the whole Cassidy Arsenal thing got set up. This got put on the back burner. To my understanding, that is the story. I remember Drugs saying a few things, but I don't remember exactly what it was he was saying when the battle got pushed back, so on and so forth. Now it's finally happening. Drugs, this is your big moment. I think Drugs is an underrated battle rapper. I think he deserves a lot more credit than he deserves. But what it is people feel like he's overshadowed by his teammates. And the second critique of his, which I do agree with, is sometimes he gets too emotional. Sometimes he gets too emotional, and it seems to sometimes throw him off in battles. He might not like a bar because he think it's whack, or he might not like a bar because he feel like you're crossing the line, and his body language and his reactions are normally unprofessional, and I think ends up hurting the rest of his battle. Again, I think Drugs is good, and I love the fact that he's getting this match. The problem is you're going against somebody, you're going up against somebody who's gonna look to play off the fact that you hate certain bars being said to you. He's gonna also play off the fact you don't like nobody upon you. So my thing is, if you could get through this battle, then the rest of your career, that's how you need to handle the rest of your battles. Because Drugs is very talented. And again, I like this matchup, and I think Drugs has a chance to win this battle, and I think he has a chance to win this battle clearly. And I understand some of y'all gonna be like, yo, but this is Arsenal. It's a lot of people better than Arsenal. Arsenal can bring it. I'm trying to think of his last battle, who it was on his last battle, but I thought he did. Was it Chess? I don't know. I thought Arsenal's last battle, definitely thought Arsenal came with it, and I would like to see that Arsenal up against Drugs. But me personally, whether you guys like it or not, this is my opinion, but I'm going Drugs 2-1. Actually, no. I'm going Drugs 3-0, as long as he don't get in his feelings, but I'm going to say Drugs 3-0. 2-1, 3-0. Either way, I think it's going to be a clear win. Number 4. I'm going to leave number 4 for last, because I'm upset at how it's placed on his card, even though I don't know what the headline is. It seemed like the headline to these cards is Rock. Anyway, let's go John versus Jerry West. This is going to be the sleeper battle of the night. I think this battle has the how you call that shit? Potential. Kind of dumb right now. The potential to be the battle of the night. I think this is going to be the sleeper of the night. John is phenomenal. You guys don't got to give him his credit. I will. Another one coming off a hell of a year. John is very good. John is no slouch. John, in my opinion, is a killer. And he's coming off a phenomenal year. But Jerry West, I've been talking about Jerry West for a while. I understand people are now starting to give him a little more his credit. Better late than never. Truth of the matter is, Jerry West is very dangerous. The dude can't perform. The dude has bars, delivery. I think everything is there for Jerry. One thing you always get from his performance, and he always adds a little something in there that makes it even more entertaining. The problem, Jerry, is that you are up against an absolute killer. Someone who adapts well, someone who's been doing this not only for a long time, but he's been one of them guys in your situation that people never really gave John the respect he deserves, and he found a way to plow through the bullshit, and that's what you got to do too. And so I really love this matchup. I love that this is happening. I have to pick a winner here, and I think this is gonna be a debatable ass battle, but it's gonna be the sleeper of the night. I'm gonna edge John. I'm gonna edge John. It's so difficult to ever go against him, you know. I'm gonna edge John. I think he's gonna pull this off, but I think this is gonna be a phenomenal battle, and this might end up being the battle everyone talks about the most from this card. Next on this list, Shotgun Suge versus Franchise. I mean, no disrespect to Franchise, but when I watch Franchise battles, I say, yo, this guy is good, and then that's really it. I don't watch Franchise battles, and again, I don't mean this disrespectfully. I don't watch Franchise battles and feel like I need to go watch some more Franchise battles. I love this battle against A Ward, and I've watched that battle multiple times, but mostly because A Ward. But again, I thought that battle was very good. The thing with Franchise is, I think that he has it in his mind that he has to prove. I don't think that he feels like he got to prove that he's better than these guys. I think sometimes he's out to prove too much that he belongs, if that makes sense to y'all. And it's like, nah, fam, just get in there and do your thing. Do the same thing that had people talking about you to begin with. We know he got some bars, but sometimes, I don't know, just something about some of his performances just kind of leave me like uncertain. I don't really know how to explain it. But he's going against Shotgun Suge. Now, they had about maybe a month or so ago, they were going back and forth a lot on social media. It might have been like 2 months ago, about the whole soccer pictures that came up about Franchise, so on and so forth. So they were building some sort of anticipation. You know what I'm saying? Suge is no slouch, and Suge seems to get in the recent times getting better. I don't know if I necessarily want to say his pen is getting better, but that might be it. That might be what I'm seeing, and you know, he's no slouch in general to have to go up against. So with that being said, I'm going with Shotgun Suge 2-1. And I think, to me, it's going to be a clear 2-1. That's my opinion, though. And again, I mean no disrespect towards Franchise. I think he's good. It's just I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. I wish I could. Tay-Rock versus Glue Easy. I like this battle. I like this battle for two reasons. Number one, we know the joking history and all the stuff that happened before with the whole Glue Easy smacking a blunt out of Tay-Rock's hand. Apparently they cool, and you know, so on and so forth. Either way, I feel like we seen Tay-Rock a little bit versus Pat Stay go a little bit more the joking route. I think this is a battle where you could do a little bit more of that, and it'll work. We all know Glue Easy's a funny guy and his personality works for him. But I think people sleeping because people didn't necessarily like the last two Glue Easy battles that they saw. And I think they're sleeping. I think this could be a hell of a battle between the two of them. I like that Glue Easy's getting this opportunity. I like that Tay-Rock is giving him this opportunity. The thing is, I need Glue Easy to go in there in absolute beast mode. That Glue Easy that went up short notice up against Geechee Gotti. We've seen Glue Easy plenty of times go up there and absolutely go crazy. And that's what I need to see from Glue Easy. This is one of the big ass opportunities. You know, depending on what you do in this battle, you might not get an opportunity like this again. And that's the same way I feel for Drugs. Like, both these guys are Goonies. And this is both y'all time to shine. I don't know that either one of you are going to get a bigger name opponent than this. And I mean that respectfully, man. I'm rooting for you guys. I want to see you do your thing. Glue, I'm definitely rooting for you, even though I think you're going to lose this battle. Just being real. I think you're gonna lose this battle. I want you to prove me wrong because I'm cheering for you. But Tay Roc is definitely, you guys already know, is an elite guy one way or another, and this is definitely gonna be different. Not to mention, we don't even know what kind of setting this is gonna be. You know, if it's gonna be almost like a smack setting, then I definitely think Glue can excel in this situation. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I think Tay Roc is gonna take this battle. So let's get to the last battle that's on this card. But even though it wasn't listed as the last battle, I think this battle should be main event of the night, and not because I'm biased, because the star power behind this and the skill behind this. Av versus Cortez. Where they have it listed on the card is a little bit closer towards the bottom. The way they had the card, you guys see how they had the card. Either way, point is, I think this is the main event type battle. I think that the both of them, not only can their name sell, have this been in that situation, but I think their skill will. And I think this is a battle I've been wanting to see for a long time. I love this matchup. I love this matchup. And I think with the exception of John versus Jerry West, you know, well, not the exception. Between John and Jerry West, I think Cortez and Av, both these battles have potential to be battle of the night. But if I had to pick, I would say this is the headline of the night. It should be the headline. It could be a headline to many other events, in my opinion. I have to be honest. I can't pick a winner here. I can't predict a winner here. Cortez is crazy with the bars, so on and so forth. Why he's one of my favorites. Never disappoints, could take angles, all kind of stuff. And it comes with some crazy ass third rounds that he might not always get credit for. But it don't change the fact that they're there. Av is just back to back, rapid punching. Just crazy, man. And then you've seen him in recent time change his movements, his body language, where not only is he settling a little bit more, but the performance is a little more up there. And honestly speaking, I would love to have seen this battle not only on the bigger event headlining, but I would love to have seen the promo between these two, possibly face-offs and stuff, talking trash to each other. But overall, it's like 1 minute I think Av could take it, the next minute I think Cortez could take it, the next minute I think Av could take it, the next minute I think Cortez could take it, and it's like, pause. I'm like, yo, who's gonna hit harder that night? Whose material is gonna hit harder that night? So I really don't know. I think this is gonna be a debatable battle. I can't pick a winner. These are definitely two of my favorites. I can't wait to see this battle happen. I don't have the app. Who gonna let me log on? I'm gonna see it one way or another. Anyway, in the comment section, let me know who you predict winning these battles. Who you got as the battle of the night, potential battle of the night. This is gonna be split into 2 nights, so you know. I should have mentioned that like that before. Like, I think Jerry West, if they're on 2 separate dates, I think Jerry West and John gonna be battle tonight, and then for the next night, I think Cortez and Av, or however they're gonna do that. Either way, I think that everybody's gonna get their money's worth and beyond. I wish it was on pay-per-view. Definitely a card I will purchase. In the comment section, let me know what you think. I also need you guys to get in the description. If you need any sort of editing work, motion graphics, things of this nature. You see my intro and outro. The visuals was done by Visual, my brother Visual from the Union. Hit him up if you're serious and you're ready to do business. Hit him up. Don't hit him up asking for anything else. Like, come doing straight business. He can hook up a logo for you, motion graphics, whatever it is you need. Also, the music is done by the homie Skeptic Beats out of DC. His information, email, social media, all that is in the description. Check him out. He does the beat for my intro and outro. He's crazy. He's done a lot of beats for different people. MOP, Mobb Deep, Dragon. Sosa the Third Side is Jim Bean. He's done a lot. He's just done a lot. Some female R&B person. I forgot. Please forgive me. Check them out. Check them out. Link in the description for your merch as well. Alright? Salute.